Alright guys, we're going to do a hip opener. So lots of guys ask me what kind of hip openers to do. There's lots of different sequences, but this one I really like. It's no surprise we all sit too much. We're supposed to be walking for 10 hours a day, not sitting for 10 hours a day. So a lot of us got super tight hips in different ways, sitting in positions depending on sports we play. Kicker specific, over time, the more you're landing on your plant leg, for me, I'm a right footer. The more you land on your plant leg, a lot of times when we land, rather than having a squeeze in our butt, so a butt dimple, that kind of means you're landing with a neutral hip, right when we make impact, our butt kind of comes right out. So if you feel your butt and stick the bone out of your butt, that's bad. If that happens, this hip is not square neutral. Your hip should be up here, but when that butt's sticking out, now your hips are down here and tilted forward. So you see, if this is the wall, now I got basically 8 inches that my hip's behind. So what happens from that abuse constantly landing with this is my plant leg, we still have pretty good internal rotation, but since our hip gets super tight, we lose our external rotation. That's why a lot of times guys will start with a good plan off the 2-inch, the 1-inch, and then they go off the ground, and then they start to go like this if we're kicking the ball that way. So the backswings, just the opposite. Big backswings, you get really good external rotation, but then your internal rotation gets bad on the right side. So this hip opener is great for opening your hips. More importantly, the 2 exercises at the end, they're gonna be for internal and external rotation of both legs, all right? So it takes about 5-7 minutes. The first one's done by Ido Portal. It's a movement coach I really like to follow, and then I finish up with 90 get-ups and duck walks. They're pretty awesome. All right. All right, loosen up, shake it up. All right. Sit down.
Friends are for the week.
Right side first.
Friends are for the week, and for
10 pushes.
codependent. You got your phone, right? Do I? No, you do. Yeah, I got it.
Switch. Halfway pushes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Straight arms. Straight arms. Reach all the way away. And switch. And holds 10 seconds. Keep pushing, push away. And switch. This is good. You're doing perfect. Good. So dig your left elbow into here. Okay. Elbow up. Yep, you just go whatever's good for you.
Oh my God.
8, 10, switch. So get that right elbow in here. Switch, so left elbow inside. 10, straight arm reach. Right, you can, good. My left side tight. And switch. Almost done. Switch and hold for 10. High as you can. Wide knees, all the way wide as you can. There you go. You're okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Get that thing deep in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this one first. Okay, so right here, elbows inside. Good. So push out for 10. All right, look at me. Fists, straight fists. Push, push. Doing good. All right. So for you down here, you're down here. Okay, I'm gonna be down here. 10. If you can go lower, do that for 10. As low as you can go. You're doing good. And hold as low as you can go. All right, so these are going to be our 90-90 get-ups. Lots of different names for them, but that's what we're going to use today. So before we do these, first, the point of the drill, one leg is in front, bam, the other one's almost at 90 degrees, far close as you can get it, foot open. So what we're going to do, we're going to be coming up in the air for like, 3 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 8, whatever you're comfortable with within 4 or 5 minutes time, okay? So the first things first, lots of people can use their momentum and get up, but a lot of times if your hips are tilted forward, you can't really see if you're using your muscles properly. So what you do is, let's do it right here. You can use your breath. The breath is a true source of all this stuff because, when your hips tilt forward, you start short breathing. When you start short breathing, you get less access to these muscles right inside your hips. It's a complicated subject for a lot of older kickers, but if you have questions, let me know. But here's the easiest way to see if they're activated. So take your fingers like this on both sides. This thumb in the soft part underneath your 12th rib back here, and this wherever this hip pointer is, go right inside. So just relax your belly and let your fingers go as deep as possible. Now the first way to see if they're working, just simply cough. Then cough and hold. So you'll feel your abs, that's actually your core, pushing out your fingers, and that's gonna, your core's job is to pull. Your pubic bone's right up here, right above your man parts. It's got one job, to pull. If it's not relaxing, it should be pulling. And if your hips aren't neutral, it's gonna be tougher to pull evenly. You also see a lot of guys when you do these tests, when they're older, they put more reps on their plant hip. It's going to get stronger and your right hip's going to get weaker. So a lot of times, if you just exhale all the way out, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Mine, I played for a long time and I still haven't really kicked regularly for 10 years. I feel my plant hip belly popping out before my right hip. That means this one's a little jacked up. And guess what? 100% of you guys are after time too, but this is what the site's for, about protecting you guys. You can initiate this stuff in the weight room. So anyway, that's just a little bit about breathing. All right. So here we go. For the 90-90 get up. First, we're gonna initiate. So we're gonna exhale, or we're cough and hold. Once those things are pushed out, we're gonna lean into our back leg hip, get that thing forward, and come on up. Get this back hip out and up, and down with core control. And up, and down. And that leg will try to sneak in, and up. Good, and switch legs. And my left hip is tighter, so I have trouble with this one, bringing my right side up. My balance is a little bit off, but this is what we gotta work through, so it's good practice. Breathe. Square your hips, lean out and hump up. Get this back hip out and up and down. Try to keep the cereal box square the entire time. Breathe in, reaps pinched, and up, and down. Well, there you go. So another reason why that's so good is because whichever leg's forward, you're getting internal rotation in this hip joint and external rotation on that one. So it's a great balancer out for your hips. These are called duck walks, so just something to experiment with them. I practice them all the time. I still suck at them, but it's good practice for internal, external hip rotation. So you're kind of start out like you're doing the 90-90, just like the get up, and you're just walking. So if you got, 30 feet, 30, 40 feet, up, take a break, go back. Try to keep these hips as square as possible. If you need to initiate that breathing, so you're going up, you're reaching this leg, and falling, and this way, and falling, and this way, boom. So try that up and down. Over time, you'll get a little bit more, you get more coordination out of it. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but you really feel those hips open. So if you do the Ito Portal, those warm-ups you're about to see, the 90-90s, and these, within 10-15 minutes, you get a really good hip workout. Be feeling fresh for the rest of the day.